Hey everyone, my name is John Davis and I am the youth director here at Bethlehem Lutheran Church in Ridgewood, New Jersey. And I'm excited to get to join in with you on our Lenten Holy Week devotion series that we're doing this week. Over some of the events leading up to Good Friday and Jesus' death and ultimately his resurrection on Easter Sunday. And today the text that we're going to look at is from John chapter 13, and it's the betrayal of Jesus by Judas. So we're going to get into that and kind of talk about a little bit, just quickly, about what that can mean for our lives today. We're going to start at verse 21, and it says this. After he had said this, Jesus was troubled in spirit and testified, "Very truly I tell you, one of you is going to betray me." So Jesus says to his friends, while he's having this Passover meal, one of you is going to betray me. Now at this moment, all of the disciples start asking that inevitable question, is it me? Is it this person over here? Who is it? Who is going to be that friend that is going to betray you? They're all very concerned at this moment. Jesus is their closest friend, and they're Jesus's closest friends. And Jesus just told them one of them is going to betray him. And Jesus continues after that kind of back and forth, and he says this, "It is the one whom I will give this piece of bread when I have dipped it in the dish." Then dipping the piece of bread, he gave it to Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot. As soon as Judas took the bread, Satan entered into him. So you might be thinking, where can we find connection and solace in a story of betrayal? And to be honest, it's kind of a little difficult. You have a moment where someone who has 12 really close friends that are beside him and were with him through thick and thin, and all of a sudden one of them betrays him for 30 pieces of silver, some money. How can we connect to that? How can we find any connection in that with this story? And the thing I'll say to you is that Jesus is a very relatable God. That Jesus is someone that knows exactly what life is all about. You see, Jesus isn't someone that is far off from the experiences of humanity. You see, just like you at one point in time might have felt betrayed or taken advantage of or lied to, Jesus knows exactly what it feels like to be betrayed by one of his closest friends who gave him up to be arrested. So what I want to encourage you with this on this Wednesday of Holy Week, before we get into Good Friday and Maundy, Thursday, and Easter Sunday, is know that we have a relatable God, that we have a God who decided to come down from heaven as a person, to put on skin and move into the neighborhood, as the Message translation of John chapter 1 verse 1 says. And he lived a life just like you and me. He went through the ups, he went through the downs, just like we do. So if you're ever thinking, man, Jesus just doesn't understand, God, you just don't understand the things I'm going through in my life, this is a perfect example of he knows exactly what we're going through because he went through it himself. So I want to encourage you with that today, that as you're going through the rest of this week, as you're going through the rest of this time maybe of craziness that we're in with all the social distancing and quarantining and all that stuff, know that Jesus is a relatable God. He knows what you're going through, and he loves you through that, and he cares for you through that, and he is always, always with you. So I hope you find encouragement in that, and we'll see you tomorrow for our Holy Week devotions.